What's up, everybody? This is the Brush Stranger here, and today we're continuing where we left off last week in Transformers Armada for the PS2, where we continue our Miniconless challenge. Any Minicon crying out for help, Optimus Prime will personally ignore and drive on. We are trying to beat the game without collecting a single Minicon. Last time in part 1, we defeated the Decepticon heavy unit in the Amazon jungle, as well as going to Antarctica and defeating Starscream at the research facility. Now we're going back but deeper into the deep Amazon jungle to find Cyclonus. We arrive in the deep Amazon and yeah, my reshade mixed with the deep Amazon level. For whatever reason, when making this game, they decided to put this weird rainbow lens flare everywhere you look in this level, and it kind of ruins the reshade I'm using. I fixed it later on in the video, so I do apologize. Cyclonus has made his new Decepticon base in the Aztec temple in the deep Amazon. There's a rickety old bridge that is being guarded by mortar cannons. After managing to get past them, there is an army of Decepticons waiting, as well as heavy units on standby. Climb up the pyramid like Devastator and Revenge of the Fallen, and find an entrance near the top. Cyclonus has to be around here somewhere, but in the hallways there are multiple Decepticons waiting for us. I then turned Transformers Armada for PS2 into a Doom clone. With that rampage over, we can now climb onto this working elevator in an Aztec temple that can hold the weight of both Optimus Prime and Sparkplug? If you say so, Atari. Cyclonus' boss fight is terrifying because of one move in his arsenal.
So long, Bowser!
That's right, Cyclonus can just so long Bowser you right at the beginning of the fight and throw you off the temple, ragdolling it to wherever you land. Sometimes you'll land in the ravine, sometimes you'll land behind, and sometimes they'll throw you in the front of the temple where all the enemies are and you will be eaten alive. Now, I thought I was gonna really struggle with Cyclonus because I have in the past. I thought I had to call up my buddy from last video, CokeMilk, or people on the Discord, in order to help me beat this challenge because I lacked either the necessary skills and experience in order to beat this challenge, especially against an opponent like Cyclonus. But then the stars aligned. I was in the middle of an attempt when I texted CokeMilk, "Hey, got any tips and pointers for Cyclonus?" And as they were responding, he threw me into the ravine and I had the God run. Cyclonus is a very lethal opponent if you let him. It's his constant missile barrage, which is really hard to dodge, except if you're in this ravine. Since it's all level ground except for the water, you can just kind of dodge them and chip away at his health, and even then, he will transform and try to dash into you with his helicopter blades, which is very easy to dodge if you're on equal ground and there's a lot of area to maneuver around. Cyclonus on my third attempt was a cakewalk, and I had to tell poor CokeMilk that, oh, never mind, I actually just beat him. I was very proud, and with that, Cyclonus went down, and we head to mid-Atlantic.
Where are they going? Party's just starting.
He said the thing.
Commander, the Decepticons are using that warship to deploy their forces within operational dropship range of the Minicon sites. If we can knock it out, it will be a serious blow to their invasion strategy. Our objective is to board the vessel and disable it.
And with that, our new objective has been uploaded. We need to find a way onto the warship known as Tidal Wave. This is the Decepticon's naval warship, and he has some brand new enemy types guarding him. This is a flyer. I think it's really cool when I made the connection that High Moon must have been looking back on a lot of past iterations of the Transformers and saw Armada PS2 and all of its enemy types, and saw the flyers and thought, this would be perfect for our game. They were obviously inspired by it. And it feels really niche, but just making that connection now is so cool and just shows how much High Moon really did love Transformers. We find yet another Minicon sitting on top of this mountain peak. The Decepticons fought valiantly so the Autobots wouldn't get their hands on this one. I can't tell you why because we're not picking it up. But it does make me wonder if this one is more powerful than any of the other Minicons we've come across so far. And it's probably nothing important anyways. Besides, we have a warp gate to go capture. We make our way up this impossible mountain all the way up to the next warp gate. Now we just need a way inside the warship. Oh, RedAlerts calling. I'm sure he has a way in.
Sir, from here you can glide to the warship. Access the hangar bay via the hydraulic elevators located on the flight deck. Once below deck, recommend you proceed through the warship to the bridge. When the bridge is secure, begin sabotage procedure.
Well, what does Red Alert know? Maybe I can just drive or walk on over to the ship and... Oh. The run dies at Mid-Atlantic. There is no cheese, no exploit, no get out of jail free card to get to Tidal Wave without the Glide Minicon. That Minicon we passed by that was just another Minicon we weren't picking up is a necessary tool in order to beat the game. There's nothing we can do. A lot of people already guessed the twist that we wouldn't be able to keep going, but finally making it here to the end, well, we can't say we didn't try, right? I mean, even though we didn't get to Megatron, we still beat about half the game without picking up a single Minicon. But hey, we still had fun on this challenge. Beating the game was never in the cards. Seeing how far we could take this on an arbitrary rule set was the goal, and we achieved it. I know it's a bit of an anticlimactic ending, but I want to thank everyone. I'd like to thank everyone who watched the last video and watch this video. I couldn't have done this challenge without you guys. And who knows, if you guys want to see or want to suggest another challenge like this we want to do, or I was talking to CokeMilk and he suggested that we do Minimalist, where we try to beat the game with as few Minicons as possible. If you guys would be interested in that, let me know. But I think that concludes this episode. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.